Hello, children. Welcome to one more session of English Literature Class 10. I hope everyone are fine, hale, and healthy. God bless you all. Before we start my session, you know, India, how many of you feel proud to be an Indian? You may feel what a silly question. Sincerely, though it seems to be silly, but we all feel proud to be an Indian, right? Yes, it is obvious we should be proud because India is such a country where nowhere in the world you can find a country which is very much rich in culture, heritage, and with as many states, those many languages, diversity, language, culture, cuisine. Different states have different, and each state has its own importance. Apart from that, the most important thing is though India has a diverse culture, diverse religion, diverse languages, it is always considered to be one united. I hope you agree with my point. You can see in this one of my slides, here you can see how beautiful the country is shaped with different languages, different cultures, multi diversities. Yes, and this is what makes India a beautiful. We can call it as an incredible India as it is there here. In each and every human being, or in this country, you can feel the warmth of love, emotions, a soil of. You can put it in a different way. You can put it precisely. India is a soil of love, emotions, warmth, in spite of different cultures and religions. So, in one of the today, we are going to read one of the most beautiful lessons in Glimpses of India. Glimpses of India consists of three parts. One is a baker from Goa, second cook, and tea from Assam. So, in this session, I'm going to speak about Goa. Apart from Britishers, India was ruled by Portuguese and Dutch. Portuguese ruled which part of the country? In this slide, you can make it up. Portuguese ruled Goa for about 450 years, and 450 years. Imagine they have in these for how much they have incorporated their own, or they have put their own stand in that country. Sorry, in that place, Goa. Here you can see the Portuguese rules lasted for about 450 years and heavily influenced Goan culture, cuisine, and architecture. In 1961, the Indian Army invaded and annexed Goa after a 36-hour battle. This region was incorporated as a union territory of Goa, Daman. You can see over here in the picture. Now, what is that? This how did the Portuguese people influenced Goa? How did they influence Goa people? How did they have influenced the place? In this you can picture, you can see that Goa, this particular, all the three excerpts in Glimpses of India was written by the author Lucio Rodriguez. Once again, Lucio Rodriguez is the author of these three excerpts or parts in Glimpses of India. Now, in this lesson, a baker from Goa, a writer is trying to is the author is the author remembers his days in Goa when the village baker occupied an important place in life. Now, this is a pen portrait of a traditional Goan village baker who still has an important place in the society. Now, although now you can see there is a lot of change. Although with the passage of time, baker, people do not eat much of bread, yet the village bakers are still there. The Portuguese were famous for preparing the loaves of bread, and as I told in the previous slide, that they have there is a huge influence on the Goan people, Portuguese influence. So they left Goa long ago, but the traditional work of bakers can still be seen in Goa. The furnaces, or the you can see in this pic the furnaces in which the bread was baked still exist there. The sound of the traditional baker's bamboo can still be heard. You can see the way the bamboo stick, small. You can see the way the people are stand, and can be seen and you can see some in the bakers' families can still carry on their on the business and the tradition. You know, these bakers, those who sell bread in Goa, are called as fathers. P-A-D-E-R. P-A-V-E-R. Okay, and they when they reach to the villages and they don't leave and they don't stop selling until unless the last loaf of the bread is sold. So these bakers, what they do, they early morning they visit the village, they go to the villages and start hitting on the floor, on the roads with the bamboo stick, which you can see here in the slide. And they just go on sell it. The author in this lesson tried to recall the baker used to village twice a day in the morning, as I told you before, in the morning and in the evening. He used to be the author. Now, one of the bakers, or they may be the author's friend and guide, used to carry the bamboo stick, as I told you here, he used to carry the bamboo stick and used to make the sound of the stick. Here, one more thing is that children when the author was a child, he used to climb this basket and used to take the bread from there. And what kind of sound they used to make? They used to make a sound of jang, jang, this, and to make the people feel that the baker is on the road, the baker is on his way. Now, with the one hand, he used to support with the one hand, he used to support the bamboo stick, and the other hand used to carry and his to support the basket, which is filled with uh, loaves. And you know, children, those breads were so tasty that children they never bothered about brushing their teeth. They just took take and used to gulp it in the mouth and just start eating. You can see the variety of types of uh, breads, loaves of breads here in this basket. This is the basket and the basket attached to the bamboo stick. See the different types of breads shown in this picture. Now, what is that they are in how is it that done over there? Now you see there the way they make this dough. How they make the dough. You can see the furnace over there. You can see the preparation, how these people they do. And this is called as father. Bakers are known as the father. See the way they roll. And it is really a heavy task. It is really a heavy task where the people has to put that effort from morning to night. At the same time, the next day they have to go and they have to sell it. Imagine how hard these people work to to earn their livelihood. Now you see the different types of breads in the Goan village. The different types of breads over here. Now, now when the bread is prepared, as I have seen, put it in this furnace. They would put it in this furnace and try to bake it. And they try to bake it. Now you can see the person over there in the basket filled with birds. The dress which these people wear is called as, this dress we call it as kabari. What we call it as kabari. This dress is known as kabai or kabari. Kabai, actually most of the people say it is a kabai. And the Other, the long dress which is not till the feet, till the ankles, at the same time it is below the knees. So this was the famous, this is the dress which was worn by bakers in the Goa, in the Goan street when they used to sell these breads. Even you can see somewhere in the interior corners of the stay in the interior corners of the territory where you can see people over there. Now before that I would like to say one more thing. In this you can see this beautiful round shaped beds. And in the marriages and the feasts, this is very much important. This is one of the dishes over this, and they call it as bowl. What they call it as? They call it as bowl, and this bowl, BOL, and this is the most important one of the dishes in the marriages and feasts in Goa. As in Apple, as in the south, you can see that the pickles. Pickles are very much important. Another most important dish or one of the most important item in our marriages and feast. In the same way, this is one of the most important dish in Goa when people go for marriages or when they host the marriage on the feast. Now, what is that the poet trying to tell over here is, sorry, the author is trying to tell over here is certain people have a lot of influence. See, the summary Goa is very much influenced by Portuguese. We can very much see the baking of breads and all. The traditional family work is baking bread. They are known as father in Goa. The writer tells about the childhood days and his friendship with the bakers. Right? In the in the making of this work, the bamboo, they woke up. They used to hit the bamboo stick attached to the basket. They used to hit, make the people feel that yes, I am there. The villagers are very much fond of the sweet bread known as boy. Known as the most important aspects of this is this one of the part is written by this a baker of Goa, written by or penned by Lucio Rodriguez, and in this he tries to make us aware that how the influence of Portuguese has made a change in that has become a traditional business. Their family, how did they influence people in Goa and how many years did they rule? At the same time, the writer is trying to, he is remembering the age old days that now you can, maybe in some areas you can find baking of breads being sold, but in those days, that was most important. It was a traditional family work, and if the father leaves, the father is dead, or if the father leaves, it goes to the next generation. The son carries on the business. And these bakers are known as father, and this and they are the dress worn by the bakers is known as tabai, and the sweet bread known as boy. So in this way, the one of the parts of the lessons, how beautifully the writer has put to us. Thank you, children. Take care. Meet you in the next class.